is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22. Yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Elliott running right. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Check 3. Here we go, 46. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Here we go. Check 52. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They just got that play off. Now Rivers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him.
Set 180! Black 15! 23! Come on! Hey, orange! Behind!
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. And it's taken in at the 9. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
52 right here. Here we go, D. Hey, kill. 47.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Watch the twist. There we go, kill. Gun. I got you. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. 26.
On first down, it's Elliott. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Hey, we got four. We got 4 to go. Under. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Here we go, 46.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 54, 1-8.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
to
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Hey, Delta! 22 jet bomber. small. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. Load it. Load it. Check safety. Check safety.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. And that is incomplete here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go. You tighten up.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We won. Come to my world. Wait. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We own them. We own them. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike 54. Mike 54. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Here we go. Mike's 49. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Wide, get wide. Hey, 47. 6.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. A gain of 3, second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
49, guys. Mike.
From the 38, Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
49 to Mike. Yo.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 46 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Mike's 43.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, 79! 79!
43. Check, 43.
Hey, Rocket!
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
Hey! Orange 5-4.
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
He don't know no better.
Throwing, Rivers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Red! Mike's 43. Tackles.
Go!
43 is the mic. Too little, cut.
Throwing, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike, watch a slant.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott, and he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Shoot!
Here we go, 47.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Go. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
Prescott to throw it. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Keep it skinny. Load it. Load it.
All day, dog.
Keep it skinny.
SOS.
From the gun, Rivers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alpha. Come!
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Check tight end. Check tight. Check tight.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Tight end right. Even. 4th down. Even.
Hey, I'm gonna go load it. Load it. Red Delta!
55. Mike, 55.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Hey, Charlie. Orange 5-4. 12. Wait, 89.
Again, it's Rivers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Mike, 52.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Prescott on 1st down. That's complete to Cobb. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Forbath will put this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Left.
Here's Rivers. And caught by Henry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Get that ball. Get that ball.
Hey.
Check. Hey, check right. Watch it divide. Ain't no
To throw is Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Let's go, baby.
Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 5 now. Prescott. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Here we go. 480.
Mike, 49. Hey, man.
Here we go. 47. 26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go. 46.
49. Mike, 49.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Sponge. No. Watch out. Say.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Here we go. 480. Here we go. 46.
Woo-hoo. Mike's 49. Wild Bill.
2nd down, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of it. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. And he's into the end zone. Chargers touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 49. Switch up, switch up. Check, 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 check. Bingo 47.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill.
Now Prescott. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
From
the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Load it. Load it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now Austin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. And I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around. You throw
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Cooper was the target there. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 46. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Once more, here's Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Chargers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 55's my guy, 55. Cover it.
The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Check.
Left to right.
Mike. Come on, D.
Rivers to throw it. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
52's the mic. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Cooper fast with the feet. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 1st down, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange.
Nowhere there to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, watch the slant. Kill.
Prescott from the gun. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
54, go to 54, line.
Short. 52. Here we go, D. Here I come. 52 is the mic right here.
Here we go, go to 54, line.
Big edge.
26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Run 80.
55's my guy, 55. I'm coming.
Alpha.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
White, 89.
They go play action. Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Rivers now a woeful 5 of 17 thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10 here. One last shot now for Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
top of the throne. I ain't a king, not a pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers. Bird in my dome and like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not the stereotypes. They do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Give everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hawk with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team. I feel Jackson at heart. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to the well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, Clippity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice. Taking notice. Taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they though they taking notice.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on the set. Let me speak.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touch. Back, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Watching you go. I'm trying to collect.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Check 55, Mike.
They're not ready for this.
I got them.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
11.
55, Mike 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Hey, my 7.
Mike 55.
Stay with your man.
Flag.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
There you go, 57. 57 to Mike. What we got?
Check 9, check 9.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Elliott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 75 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. On second down, Elliott. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Prescott looks to throw on first. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. D. Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Go, get out there, get out there.
Slam.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
We're going to 54. Why is it?
Check. Crunch.
Throwing. Prescott. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
12, fellas, here we go. Hey, gun.
Hey, check right. Watching your five.
Yeah. Mike 5-5.
Hey, hunt.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Here we go,
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
I'm coming after you. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
I got you.
This is Mostert. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go, baby.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Let's get it.
There we go. 4-8.
Check Mike 54.
Hey, kill. 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They go play action here on first down. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Watch 54. Check. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Right there. 54 Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Third and long for Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here we go. Like 20.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And that's going to be incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
21. Hey, dude.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
go. Wide eight.
54. Mike, 54. Hey, pick it up, G.
Switch. Switch it. Hey. Here we go. 46. 46.
Mike, 54.
26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And an alley to run. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Wide eight.
6, right there, 56. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. 56 to Mike, boy.
We're going to 54. Wide eight.
I'm scared.
26.
Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we
The
go. Here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Let's put that team on the clock.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The end result, 21 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
I got this.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Watch 54. All day, baby. All day.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Here we go.
And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go.
Garoppolo on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Again, it's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
I got you, Pop. Hey, watch that. Check.
Now Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Gun. Mike's 5-4. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 56.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall, 5 added. Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better, but the bottom line is the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Watch the screen. Pass.
21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one complete to Coleman. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Switch.
Here we go, 47.
On first down, it's Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hey, kill.
Check
Under.
Mike 54. Let's go. Mike 54.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on now.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Who that? Who that?
Hey, Kill. 47.
Check three.
26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike 54. So don't say nothing.
Who got 46? Hey, Kill. 47.
2-6. Mike's by 4. Hey, pick your game.
26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Who got 47? 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Here we go. 180.
Here's Mostert. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Watch the air. Check 4, check 4.
13, 13.
Now the Georgia Southern man is Matt Breida, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
21, 21.
50, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the play.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
13, 13.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. All day, baby.
Clock, clock, clock.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Check
1, Omaha.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I know you felt that one.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Flag! Hey, Haywood.
65, 65.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick six, fourth quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages, as a field goal now can only tie it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
36, 36.
Mostert. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the
Here we go,
34 now, here's 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. Bravo. I got this.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike's 50, Mike's.
One, Omaha.
Here we go, watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Garoppolo. And Sanders has got it complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go. Ready? Hey, gun. 11.
To throw is Garoppolo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Elliott. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Check 43.
On second down, it's Elliott. And they'll wind up giving this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any conversation. Spilling knowledge, but it's best you soaking it. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up their octaves, now they truly focused in.
were me and didn't have. Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma